What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the best player at each and every price in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Whether you have 500 MT, whether you have 5 million MT, who is the best player? I guess basically 15 million MT to get, the card I'm going to talk about. But we'll talk about all of those things. And as we do dive into it, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate all of the support on the channel. Now, we're going to start it off at basically the bare minimum. Two guys I want to talk about. First guy, Pat Burke. They updated him not too long ago. The card is a beast, 6'11", good 3-ball, good ball handle, good speed, good badges. Pat Burke is basically a beginner's guide to success. The guy I'm going to pair him with is AJ Johnson. I've used a lot of the new cards, grinding challenges and stuff, and AJ Johnson to me has been probably the guy I've had most success with wall grinding challenges. I really like what this AJ Johnson card gets into. 6'5", good 3-ball, good release, good speed, defensively not great, but obviously again you can apply some badges to help out with that. Next up, 3,000 MT, a guy I think is super underrated is Marcin Gortat, man. 6'11", 79 3-ball, but good release. Great interior D, 88 speed. Now, I know there are some defensive stats that might scare you, right? He got the 36 steal. That's not great. 75 perimeter obviously isn't ideal. But again, I think when you talk about the pros and cons of Gortat, I honestly think the pros outweigh the cons. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. I think for Gortat, card is a beast. The card is a stud. Next up, 5,000 MT. The couple of cards I'm going to plug in. First one, Anthony Black. Again, you can maybe get this card for cheaper, maybe slightly more expensive. To me, though, 6'7", 12 Hall of Famers, 95 3-ball, great defense, 95 speed, great badges. To me, if you can find an Anthony Black that is souped up, you've got one of the best point guards in the game. Now, the problem is it's going to be super rare to find, but I'm telling you, you put some legends, some extra Hall of Famers on a guy like Anthony Black, you've got literally one of the best point guards in the game. The other card I'm going to plug in, and that when I first used I didn't love, is Matisse Thybulle. 6'5" shooting guard, 92 3-ball, great defense, 95 speed. To me, the only downsides to Matisse Thybulle that you guys could even say is, well, Ty, I wish he was a little bit taller. And honestly, I agree. I wish Thybulle was taller too, but that's the only downside that you can even make the case for Mr. Matisse Thybulle. Next up, 10,000 MT. I'm plugging in Robert Covington, Rocco, 3 and D guy here. Yes, he is still right around the 10,000 price range, but if you can get Robert Covington, you got an absolute stud. This one has even some extra Hall of Famers, and I mean, you can get for maybe less than 5,000 MT. 6'9", great 3-ball, good ball handle, great defense, decent speed. I just think Rocco is slightly more complete than Matisse Thybulle. Now, that's my personal opinion. A lot of people might not agree with me on that, but that's where I'm at with Robert Covington. Next up, 15,000 MT. There's not a card I really love for 15,000 MT, so the guy I'm going to plug in is Pink Diamond Kristaps Porzingis. Going to be able to knock down shots, play good defense, and you're going to be able to find a Kristaps Porzingis for not super expensive that has those extra Hall of Famers, right? Has maybe even a legend badge or two, just has those slightly extra badges that can definitely help you out. Like, I don't know for sure, but like this one's got 10 Hall of Famers, so check out what they are. If they are any of the important ones you're wanting, might be worth a try. Thing for KP is he's 7'2", offensively so good, so gifted. The problem with KP is really that defense. The defense of Kristaps Porzingis is pretty lackluster, but rebounding rise pretty solid. Again, he just doesn't play much defense, which I really have felt when I've used the card. Next up, 25,000 MT. And it is amazing that this card is that price. Walker Kessler. Even for my No Money Spent Squad series, when somebody first mentioned this card, I was like, I don't think he's that great. But the more I look at Walker Kessler, the more I'm like, for 23,000 MT, 7 feet tall, 93 ball, good driving dunk, good ball handle, great defense, 85 speed. To me, he's like a better version of like a Khalil Ware, is what Walker Kessler reminds me of. And again, for that price, I think it is going to be super, super, super tough to beat. So that's kind of where I'm at with Walker Kessler. I think the card is a really, really good option for that specific price. Next up, 35,000 MT. The card I'm going to be plugging in here is Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Now, you got to find the one that you're wanting for 35,000 MT. Find one with a couple extra Hall of Famers. If you have to spend, a little extra MT, it's probably worth it. But make sure the one you buy is badged up. This one's fully badged, only with golds, but for 35,000 MT comes with this chef. Not a bad one right there for a prime example. Here's what Bees gives you. Offensively, one of the best cards in the game. His release is fantastic, and he is 6'9", and he's going to knock down a ton of shots. So for me, Michael Beasley, he is absolutely tough to beat. I think he is one of your better small forwards in the entire game. Next up, for 50,000 MT, I'm plugging in Mr. Jonathan Isaac Galaxy Opal. Now, I know a lot of people, including myself, are like, really, Ty, like, what does Jonathan Isaac really give you at this stage? Well, let me tell you something. If you got a Jonathan Isaac like this first one here, you're going to like the card, right? Legend slippery off ball, 29 Hall of Famers. He is 6'10". He's got a 93 ball, great player build, defensively off the charts good. Jonathan Isaac is so good on this game. To me, he's underrated because his release isn't necessarily that great. His release isn't great. Obviously, attacking the rim isn't going to be that great. The two other options I want to plug in for you guys. Number one, Miles Turner, going to be a great 3-and-D option. I just don't really see the sense of getting him when Walker Kessler is in the game, but Miles Turner going to be a great pick and pop big. The other guy, if you want a little more size, a little more versatility, is Roy Hibbert. Now, I accidentally exited out there, but Roy Hibbert is a really solid option for 50,000 MT that, again, can do a lot on the floor, and you can find one that is definitely souped up. Next up, 75,000 MT. I don't even know, honestly, for this price, who I like. For the guy that really I looked at was Koulibaly. Again, I haven't used the card a ton, but he's 6'8" at the 2. Great defender, great offense. Just gives you something a little different. I don't think there's anybody in this game worth that price. So we're going to skip right to the 100,000 MT mark. First guy I want to talk about is Manu Ginobili. Dark matter Manu. I don't know. Lefty point guards are weird to me, but Manu 6'6", good 3-ball, good ball handle, great defense, good speed. And this one's even got those 8 legend badges. So again, if you can find a Manu like this is a card that can play for a very long time. And I'll bid, 100,000 MT on it. And if I get him, I'll find a way to get him in my lineup because of those 8 legend badges. I said 8 Hall of Famers, 8 legend badges. And again, for 100,000 MT, good luck beating that. The other guy I'm going to plug in is Pink Diamond Wemby. At this stage, I don't love Wemby as much as I once did. That's the facts. That's the truth. But Wemby is still a stud on the court. You can probably find one again with that extra legend badge. Find one that works for you. Legend Paint Patroller, boom. 85,000 MT should be an instant buy for you guys. I'm just being honest. He has that legend rebound, comes with those extra Hall of Famers. I'd have to obviously check what those are. But again, it should be an instant buy if you are looking for a Victor Wembanyama card. Next up, 100 to 200,000 MT mark. First guy, Dark Matter Luka Doncic. Obviously, again, I don't know exactly what his price is going to be, but if you can get this card for 200,000 MT, he is one of your best point guards in the game. I think he's just slightly better than Manu Ginobili. There's not much of a difference between this Luka and the 100 overall Luka, especially offensively. Luka is still going to be 6'7", hold it down defensively, and offensively, the card is going to be an absolute beast, an absolute stud. The other card from 100 to 200,000 MT I'm going to plug in is Amen Thompson. I love this card. He is in my lineup as it stands right now. Amen Thompson is an absolute beast, an absolute stud, and can play for the foreseeable future. 200 to 400,000 MT, the card I really thought of was the Dark Matter Mark Eaton. Now, why? Mark Eaton is going to be a card at 7'4", good 3-ball, good speed, good defense, that is going to be a stud. Now, again, if you are worried about the speed at an 84, get the +5 speed coach that's in the agendas or in the challenges today. And then you got a Mark Eaton that is going to be so good on the court. And again, Mark Eaton's going to be able to go out there and compete with guys like Victor Wembanyama. And as my best card in the game, plugging in Invincible Wemby. If you have all the MT in the world, the two cards you should be looking at are Victor Wembanyama and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those are the 2 cards. Now, I don't know. People are sniping Wemby's for 500 MT. Maybe I'm just lost on what's going on in this game. But Wemby is just an absolute stud, an absolute beast. And if you can find a way to get Victor Wembanyama or Giannis, either of those cards, like let's say even you pull them unsellable out of a half box, something like that, those cards are your best cards in the game right now. And as if you have unlimited MT, those are the cards really to look at. Now, I'm not including Dr. J in there. I really don't like Dr. J that much. He's fine. He's obviously probably the best shooting guard in the game right now, if I had to guess. KD probably is, but Dr. J is definitely up there. But it's just tough because he is not comparable to Giannis or Wemby. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.